You are about to watch the worst reading vlog that I've ever filmed in my entire life. For a little bit of backstory, where this video went wrong was that I started off wanting to do a 24-hour readathon while we were in Disney, and then I feel like I didn't get enough read in the video, so then I tried to turn it into another video, and then that started going wrong. So I'm just gonna take you guys through the timeline of what these videos were supposed to be. Hello everybody, I want to say a quick thank you to the sponsor of today's video, which is none other than Squarespace. You guys know I've worked with Squarespace for a while on this channel. If you guys have somehow not heard of them, I'm here to tell you all about them. Squarespace is absolutely the way to go if you were needing to build a website for any reason under the sun. I recently had remade a website on Squarespace and they helped me using their AI design technology. It helped me through all of the templates. It helped me choose the font, the coloring, the layouts, everything of how I would want my website to look, which was so simple and easy with their help. Also, Squarespace has added so many new features that are made to help you run your website the best as can be. If you are setting up payments, Squarespace's new Squarespace Payments is absolutely the way to go. It offers more ways for your customers to pay, helps make payouts easier for you. And also, they added a new email campaign feature where they help you set up these like newsletters that you can send out to help bring in new website traffic and help up the business sales with the emails that you can send out in newsletter form to your customers. So if you guys are interested in any of this, you guys can head on over to squarespace.com to start your free trial. When you guys are ready to launch, you guys can head on over to squarespace.com/DestinySidwell to get 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. As always, thank you so much again to Squarespace for sponsoring today's video. Sorry y'all, I had to remember my Aura ring on charge. Anyway, hello everybody. It is currently 10:30 p.m. We have been at the park all day since like 8 a.m. I have some updates on the Christmas fix. I started the Christmas fix at the park and I got to about in between waiting in lines and stuff today. I got about 30% into the book. So far I feel like it's been a lot of setup. We met our two main characters. There is this hurricane that hit the town of Mary and our main character is Kat. Kat is this like reality TV show star. She does kind of like a HGTV type of vibe of a show where she does like renovations. There's this previous family that she worked with that lived in the town of Mary. The hurricane is hit there. She wants to do the Christmas special there because obviously this town's name is Mary. A big source of income for them during the holiday season is like the touristy stuff. And since this hurricane came in during this time of the holidays, it's affecting it. She wants to come in and help them. Our main character, Noah, I believe his name is not about it. He thinks that she's trying to profit off of it for views. And this leads into my thoughts because the thing that I am enjoying the least in this book is definitely our male main character. And the reasoning for that is because the way that he speaks about and to our female main character, because she does this like reality TV, even though she has never shown him like in any interactions that they've had face to face, she has not shown this like stereotypical idea that he has in his head of like reality TV show stars, but he is constantly putting this stereotype on her after she's proving to his face, and he's just like so mean about it. And I feel like it brings up the topic of conversation in romance books where there's like the grumpier guy or the more closed off guy, but sometimes I feel like we do not know how to walk that line of like the guy is a little bit just like grumpy to like everybody else, or he's just a little bit closed off and not in like a mean condescending way. I feel like sometimes we don't know how to do it in a non-mean and condescending way and it comes off mean and condescending. Like the way that he's speaking to her, sometimes when I'm reading books like this and the guy's acting like this guy, I'm like, listen, there would be no other second chances. And maybe that's on me. But you know what? Maybe these books are here to teach me to give some second chances. But if this were me, It's fake, it's fictional, it's escapism, but it is unfortunately something that my brain will attach to when thinking about things. So I'm going to cuddle up in bed and read some more of the Christmas books. I feel like I've been on a very big like holiday book mood grind, if you will. I feel like if I'm not reading the Harry Potter books, I'm reading Christmassy books, which is never ever. Any other year, I am not into the Christmassy vibe books. I don't know if it's because we're on a Christmassy vacation. I'm not too sure. All of them are very different, not overly Christmassy. Like even this one, we're dealing with the plot of it being like a hurricane and all of that stuff. I don't feel like we're 30% in and we're not focused too much on Christmassy stuff. So as I was walking through the lines and stuff today, probably for the first part of the day, I honestly probably fell off of this later on tonight. I probably could have had this book done by now if I would have kept on with that, because getting 30% into the book literally just like while we were waiting in lines, that is it. Gonna keep on reading. Those are my thoughts for now. I'm gonna update you guys via phone. We're right by the castle. I ended up DNFing the Christmas fics because every single chapter of, I was what, 30 to 40% into the book, and when every single chapter, Noah, literally every single thing, the only thing he was saying to her was how she was just like a snake and surface level reality TV star that had no thoughts in her head, and which just like kept on, like she's like helping these families and she's consoling this girl. He like busts in, tells her that she's profiting off of this for views. It was crazy, y'all. I had to DNF it. I was like, this man is never going to be good to me. I just can't do it. There's other books to read. So I actually started, I hope I don't get copyrighted. I'll try to do something in editing. I ended up starting The Wake Up Call by Beth O'Leary. I think I'm like 20-ish% through that right now. We're in the setup of the story. It's an interesting, her writing's always very interesting to me. Every Beth O'Leary book, I need to think on this and tell you guys what her writing is like. It's very interesting, to say the least, her writing style. But we're in the happiest place on earth. Get some churros and everything. I think we're actually about to leave. Got some reading done. I would say all in all, could have got 50% of a book done. So I got about over 30 to 40-ish. I think I was near the 40% mark, and I'm like 20% through this one. So maybe 50 to 60% while in the park we were able to do. Because I really don't think I've read outside of the park. Even last night when I was like, I'm going to try to read, I did it. That's your update right now. Trying to see if that's a spider on my floor. Do I have some updates for you guys? This is your update to drink your water. New water bottle alert. Anyway, let's talk about what we're all here for. The reading. I'm now thinking of titling this reading vlog Destiny Trying to Finish a Book Challenge. I last updated you guys yesterday while we were at the Disney parks about how I DNF'd the Christmas fics and how then I was like over 20% into the Wake Up Call. Here is the update for that. I stuck with my DNF for the Christmas fics because I wanted to try to get back into it, because I was like, maybe it's because I was distracted. But I was like, no, the guy is just kind of the worst. Then I was reading the Wake Up Call, and with Beth O'Leary's writing, I feel like their writing style is just a little bit different, and it never gets like a super high rating from me. I feel like I enjoy the concepts of the books more than the delivery of the book. Like with the flat share, I just liked the kind of concept of like they're sharing this apartment but they're always just missing each other, like they're never there at the same time. I thought that was interesting. The No Show had a very interesting plot, and I really liked that one for just the plot line. But then trying to read the Wake Up Call, I just didn't really like either of the characters. The writing style was a little off to me. Like I just could not get into the writing of the story, and I got literally, I think, close to 40% into the Wake Up Call, and I was like, this book, I'm just not enjoying it at all. I'm just reading it. Like I'm just reading it and I'm not enjoying it. So then I put that one down and I decided to DNF that one as well. I tried to start How My Neighbor Stole Christmas because I've been seeing everybody talk about this, and I was like, okay, I'll try to start this one. No. Now we have DNF'd those two books. I just want to make it through one of these books, and I'm very tempted to try to just like push through the Christmas fics. But even within that statement, y'all, why am I pushing through the book just because I want to push through it? I recently just got The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Allie Carter as my book of the month pick for this month. It's Knives Out vibes. Also, I read, was that this year? Or was that last year? The Blonde Identity by this author, Allie Carter. I actually really enjoyed it. I feel like I remember rating it like a 3 to a 4 stars because it was just such an enjoyable, fun time. It was short like this one was, and it was like a take on like, I think what, the Bourne Identity, like Jason Bourne. It was like spies. It was fun. It was a very fun plot. This one's kind of giving the same vibe. It's like takes place during the Christmas, like I said, Knives Out inspired. She's the queen of cozy mystery. He's the big time thriller guy. Accept a cryptic invitation to a Christmas house party at the English estate of a fan. Neither is expecting their host to be the most powerful author in the world. The weather turns and the next morning the author is gone. Figure out this mystery. There's a snowstorm. Knives Out gets a rom-com twist in this rivals to lovers Christmas romance mystery. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That is the term, the rivals to lovers. That's what it is, rivals. When you don't like somebody, I feel like you're in a rivalry with them. It's not enemies to lovers, because let's be honest, in our modern day and age, we don't have enemies. We don't have enemies. Y'all are not competing for a bloodline. It is not Game of Thrones. Taking this off. We never keep this on. I'm gonna try to start this one and hopefully get into it. Start with like a transcript. This book is already wonderful. Like from the beginning, you're kind of getting their chemistry and the way that they kind of bounce off of each other from the bat, and I'm really liking it already. This feels very promising. Hello everybody. Hello to Charlie and hello to you guys. I literally almost started singing. I just got back from watching Wicked. I'm in a very music-y mood. I'll refrain from singing. Nobody wants to hear that. Other than saying, it's the most wonderful crime of the year. The first like 10% of this book, I was so sad last night. Like going to bed, I was so sad. I literally had to stop reading it because I was getting sad. It's not like overwhelmingly sad. Maybe it was just sticking to my brain a little bit. I don't think that's the purpose of it. I mean, I definitely think you're supposed to feel bad for our main character, but I don't think it's like it's not supposed to be super sad or anything. So that being said, it is such a fast and easy book. I feel like I have barely even read it like in the time wise, and I'm already 25% through. It feels very fast. I really enjoy our character dynamics, and our guy is kind of mysterious. He has this mysterious element to him while he's also this kind of like golden retriever flirty type. It's fun. I'm having fun with it so far. We have Wretch, and very interesting development within the story. I am now at the 50% mark. Just unlocked a new point of view, and I'm loving it. Everybody clap, everybody clap. I was really enjoying this book. I said how it started off a little bit sad, but then we kind of started, I feel like we were getting our female main character Maggie's backstory. Then we start diving into kind of like the mysterious element of it and doing the background of that. And then now we're kind of starting to dive into why we also have this like mysterious element going on. We're also diving into the like romance plot, and let me tell you, I remember feeling this in The Blonde Identity, which is the other book that I've read by this author, that she has chemistry nailed down. Like, she knows how to write chemistry between two characters, but it is so much better in this one. In this book, from the start of the book, their chemistry is off the charts, and I was really liking it, but I was waiting for it to kind of like pick up a little bit. Like, you know, you're just getting the introductions and stuff in the first like few percent of the book. Diving into like the 40-50ish% mark, our male main character Ethan, he is obviously, he's the perfect version of a man. His charisma, his chemistry, the things that he does and says, this man, and he's a little mysterious, and then you get some backstory. I'm like, I did not expect this from this book. It's emotional, it's romantic, there's chemistry, it's mysterious, it's everything. Putting the sleeves back on this book, even though I read it on my Kindle. I just finished The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, and I definitely decided that I'm giving this one a 4 stars. It's definitely, I think, my favorite Christmas book that I've ever read. I will say that, wait, what was I about to say? Such a fun mix of romance and that mystery, twisty, turny element to it. It is so much fun. It is such a fast-paced and easy read. Also, I told you guys I was talking about the Christmas element of this book. I feel like it is very Christmassy, but in a very fun way. Like the Christmas elements are mixed into the mysterious plot. Like the manor in which this like famous author lives in is really called Mistletoe Manor, but it ties back into one of her most famous books. All of it comes together at the end. It is so romantic in such a surprising way that I honestly did not expect. I have so many highlighted quotes. Let me pull up some of them for you. Cashmere coat and snowflakes in her hair, a little out of breath because she'd been caught out in the storm. It felt like she'd been chasing him his whole life and had only now caught up. Ethan wished he'd stopped running a lot sooner. Maggie made a sound and grimaced. I look like I'm one long white nightgown away from being killed in a gothic novel, but Ethan simply said, I'll protect you. She laughed softly. From a ghost, from everything. And there are so many other moments, especially in the epilogue. I know epilogues are controversial within the book community because some people hate them, some people love them, some people are indifferent about them. I personally love an epilogue, and I loved this book's epilogue. I loved the way that the mystery kind of comes back around and all of the little things that completely tie back together at the end. I just feel like it was so well done, and I really enjoyed it. So The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year, I'm giving this one a 4 stars. I loved it. I loved the main guy in this book as well. He was such a delight, and I also really liked our plot. I know I started by saying it was sad. It doesn't mean that that was bad. I just didn't expect it to be sad at the beginning, but the way that that kind of comes back around, literally the dedication, not the dedication, the forward, whatever you call these, of the book, it says, if anyone has ever tried to gaslight you into thinking you're the problem, congratulations, this book is for you. Because that's actually a very big thing that is involved in Maggie's character, is kind of this trauma that she has from being gaslit by somebody in her life into thinking that she's crazy and she's wrong, and how that affects her now. It's also a really big plot. I also enjoyed that sounds weird. I appreciated it. I appreciated that plot as well. All in all, I enjoyed this book. I had a feeling that I was going to really like it, but I didn't know I was going to like it as much as I did. 4 stars. I've never liked a Christmas themed book as much as I've liked this one.